Hey guys, welcome back to Dueling Destination. This is like the 10th time I'm recording this because something always seems to be coming up. But at the day I'm recording this, there is a tournament going on in Belize. I'd say good luck to all the guys there. Whoever wins, I hope you pull a prismatic because they have the newest set there also. And talking about that yesterday, I went to a locals. I did 4 rounds. I won 2 of my rounds. I lost 2 with this new deck that I'm playing. It was amazing, but I feel like I came up as a winner because I learned a lot from it. And also, I got a Galatea from my OTS pack, so this was a win-win situation for me. It was perfect. But I'm probably not going to play Orcus, so I'm going to trade or something on this one, but it's nice that I have one. Also there, I had the opportunity to get these set. These are the Konami sleeves. They're pretty nice. I like them. I got the deck box recently and I'll be using this for my extra deck, so that works out. So like I was saying, this is going to be deck profile for the deck that I will be using, and there's a regionals going on this coming weekend for me in Fort Worth, and this deck is the deck I'll be taking there. So I hope I get to see a lot of you guys there, and remember to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Let's jump in straight into the deck profile. So for this deck profile, I'll be profiling Mekk-Knights, going first or second. They're very strong. A lot of people do not know how to play around Mekk-Knights. They think because if you play around their columns, probably they stop you. But really, you set up a lot of your columns, which allows you to play around them too. So either way, you can always be setting up your board pretty good. So I decided to use 2 copies of Ghost Ogre for my hand traps and 2 copies of Ash Blossoms only. These guys to me are the more relevant hand traps at the moment. I'm thinking of playing Jurlin Lockboard because a lot of people like to search cards and add cards to hand, so I gotta see if I can stop that, but so far these guys have been working pretty good for me. Also, I decided to use the new card that came out in the Megathins, the Nibiru. This guy was amazing. I played him honestly just once, but I had him in hand always ready. I don't want to play more copies than 2 because I don't want to be drawing into 2 of them. That's probably going to mess up my hand, but other than that, drawing only 1 of them when I need them is pretty good. And this is a going first or second build, so it works out great. I also decided to use 2 Gamma Seal because going first or second Gamma Seal works pretty good, because going first I can always keep this card in hand for later on, just in case my opponent wants to go a bit too crazy. And going second, well, of course, this is going to open a zone for me for my Mekk-Knight monster, so 2 Gamma Seals seem to work perfectly for me. I also decided to use a small Invoke engine, which consists of 2 Alistars. A lot of people kept telling me that Invoke isn't the best deck to be using at the moment, but for me now, it seems to be working very good. And I use those guys. I'm also using this guy here. I'm using just 2 copies, but I might bump this up to a playset because commenting my normal summon to him is really good. A lot of people try to get rid of him right away, and I can just go into a link monster with him and just normal summoning, drawing a card, giving me more advantage. So I saw the guy that played Mekk-Knights before play this, and I was looking at the deck. I'm not gonna say no, and that helped me understand why this card was really good. So for my Mekk-Knight monsters, I'm using triple copy of Purple Nightfall. This guy is amazing, but to me, I still think blue is one of the best Mekk-Knights for me. A lot of people like purple over blue, but that's their own choice, and I respect that. So blue was to me a bit more better than purple, even though purple is super stronger. But they both work out fine for me, and I like having a playset of purple. And of course, one of my favorite guys in the deck is Mekk-Knight Blue Star. Sorry, Mekk-Knight Blue Sky. Blue Sky is just amazing for me. He does a lot for me in this deck, lets me search out a lot. Colossus is a problem, but that's why we have Gamma Seal, so we can just get rid of it, and some other cards you'll see later on. And I'm using 2 Eclipse. This guy is pretty good. This guy gives you a lot of open opportunities to actually open boards and play around a lot of cards, and just let your opponent, no matter where they set a card, just play in their columns. I decided to use 1 Mekk-Knight Yellow Star and 1 Mekk-Knight Red Moon. I did not want to use the green one, because these guys are the ones that actually get rid of cards for me, and they're pretty strong. So using these guys are pretty good, and I decided to use one of him because just having a 2000 monster that can be special summoned, it is amazing. So let's go into the spell cards, okay guys? For the spell cards, I was using one of the Monster Reborns for the deck. This guy was good, and I decided to use 2 instant fusions to help me build some boards on there. So that worked out pretty good for me. And I decided to use 1 meltdown and 2 invocations. A lot of people have been telling me still to take invoke out of my deck, but I think invoke is really good for my deck, and I might bump this guy up to 2. I think I had it at 2, but I took 1 out before I even went to regionals. Sorry, before I even went to my locals. But for regionals, I might play him at 2 because a lot of people still have a hard time playing around my combo, and that gave me an advantage during the game. I decided to use 2 mind controls because of the meta. I've seen a lot of decks that main this guy, and it's really good at that point. So mind control was amazing, and I decided to use 2 of the World Legacy Memory. This card is really good, but because of the playstyle of my deck, it limits me at times that I have to special summon only Mekk-Knight monsters for the rest of the turn. So I can activate this during my opponent's turn, which works out good because I still get the monster added back to hand. So you can defend and even just surprise my monsters. But of course for OTKs, this is amazing, which this deck can do that. Let's go into the trap. For the traps, I decided to use 1 trap trick because I don't think you need more than 1 at the moment on this deck. 2 impermanence because you can set it and it interrupts your opponent, and 2 of the best card in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. So this guy, I saw that DC used this in the altar guys, and it was great. The Mekk-Knight player also used it before, and the Sky Striker, and also the Sky Striker player that won YCS London used this, and it was good, and I see the reasoning why. A lot of people need to come into that one specific summon. At that point, if you send that card back, you really interrupt their play and stop their plays a lot. And I decided to use a small Solemn package, 2 Solemn Judgment and 2 Solemn Strikes, because I think this is just a good card for the meta at the moment, and it opens a lot of columns for me. And going first, this allows me with the other hand, with the other traps that I actually have, allows me to play first, set a board, and still interrupt my opponent because these are negates, guys, so don't get that wrong. But one of the best cards in the deck at the moment, I would say, is Secret. Secret lets me special summon a monster from my graveyard, and then if a Mekk-Knight monster that is in the same column, well, your opponent can activate monster effects that's on that column. So this guy is amazing, and because you can take out a lot of Mekk-Knight monsters, you can actually stop your opponent from activating every column. So that's just crazy, guys. And let's go straight into the extra deck, okay? Extra deck is pretty straightforward. I'm playing 1 Almirage, 1 Link Spider, 1 Link Cerebral, because all you want to do at the moment is just build cards in the columns, and these guys are very easy to get into, so you use those guys a lot. I'm using only 1 copy of the Mekk-Knight Morningstar. This guy is good, but for my build, 1 copy is good enough. 1 Alistar, the Invoker of Madness. So as my Link 2s, these are good. I might switch this one out, the Alistar guy, because I don't see myself going into it much. I'll see what I can do on there, but it does open opportunities and arrows pointing down. I decided to use 1 Blackluster Soldier, 1 Apeloso, 1 of the Mekk-Knight Avermax. I never went into these guys actually because my games ended so fast, and 1 Burrow Load that in most cases I didn't need my extra deck. My Mekk-Knight monsters just did most of it for me. I used 1 Burrow Soul Dragon, and of course for the fusions, 2 copies of Makaba because those are the only invoke cards I have. And then instant fusion, I'm working with Relinquish because one of the best instant fusion cards you can take out right now. And I'm using super poly in the extra deck, so sorry, in the side deck, so I'm using Starving Venom. And another card that I really like is the Ultimate Falcon, because a lot of people are gonna see that you're gonna be setting a lot of cards and they're gonna try to destroy those cards and get rid of your back row so you don't build columns, and that's when you surprise them with your side deck, which we're gonna go into right now. In this side deck, I'm using some weird combination of cards. I'll definitely be changing this because it didn't work out as much as I wanted it to do for me. But for now, I was using one Spear Mode, one Lava Golem to build a column, and I can actually get rid of this guy. 2 Lancias for the Orcs matchup, which did come in okay, but the Mekk-Knights got rid of them pretty fast. I'm using 2 copies of the Crow and 2 Super Polys. Super Polys, I never got to resolve them, so I don't know how good they are in the deck, but I know this is one of the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! At the moment, so just having Super Polys in there is pretty good. I was using Twin Thirst 2 for back row. A lot of people think that Galaxy Cyclone is good, which I think it is, but sometimes I really want to get rid of some back rows that are some floodgates that are going to stop me, so Twin Twisters is very good at that point. I know if I set this, I can activate it the same turn. Well, again, going first, I can always set this guy and it gives me an opportunity to surprise my opponent. I decided to go with 2 evenly matched because this is a great card and I bumped this guy up to a playset. And Imperial Order because I like this guy, and 2 Waking the Dragons for the same reason that I know people are going to be ready to get rid of my back row, and then I'll just surprise them with a powerful beat stick. So guys, that's the deck profile. Let me know what you think. Remember to like, subscribe. If you have any comments on how I can make this deck better, please let me know in the comment section down below. Share it with your friends and let them know that I do deck profiles, and I'll be going to the Fort Worth Regionals coming this weekend. And to all the Banlist players playing right now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament, good luck guys. I hope you have fun and pull those prismatic rares, okay? So I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.